ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk about period maintenance. So not long ago actually, I started learning a little bit about like when you are on your period and you're using pads, the different types of chemicals that are actually included in the pads. So I had the idea or the understanding that using disposable pads were not so great because they have a lot of plastic in them, and so they don't really decompose very good, and so it causes a lot of waste. And so I understood that aspect, but more recently I've started to take it more seriously about the chemicals that are actually in pads. And so when you're going through your period, you are, already dealing with so much, but and it's also such a detox, like it's such a natural purification process, and so unfortunately we can sometimes harm ourselves actually during that time because of the pads that we are using that contain a lot of different chemicals. So I just kind of wanted to share with you a few things that I have tried instead of like the regular mainstream pads that you'll find in stores, and maybe that can give you an idea of a few things that you could try yourself, or maybe you can just start kind of thinking about trying to make a change with it, because it's really not healthy for us, especially in such a sensitive area. And I do really suggest for people to look into it and to kind of discover the different types of tests that are going on out there and the different types of results that people are finding with the pads having so much toxic chemicals in them. Okay, so one option is reusable pads. These look a little bit funny because my sister and I made them, but they do the job. So we made like a smaller size and then a bigger size, and I know that there are a lot of companies out there who sell these. There are also some companies that are starting to sell them in places like Target, for example. I think there's one called like Luna pads or something that Target is just now starting to carry. So they're kind of pricey just for one, but then again you are reusing them, so you're able to wash them and use them again. So I guess it's kind of worth the price. Otherwise, there's a lot of different tutorials online on how to make these yourself if you know how to sew, and they're really not that hard. You just need some fabric. I think we used like some thicker fabric on the inside of here, and then it just washes off like normal, and you can just keep on reusing it. It has a little pin here so that you can like kind of, not pin, but it's a little clip that you can clip, and so it stays in place for the most part. And I was super scared to try these actually. I was like, that's so weird and stuff like that, but I've gotten a lot more used to the idea of using them now that we use cloth diapers with my son. So I guess it's just kind of getting over the idea of like, it's so gross, I don't want to deal with it, and kind of just understanding that it's something natural and it just washes off and you can reuse them just fine. So then the other option that I actually used when I was in my postpartum days, because when I was postpartum I didn't know how much I would need like of these, and like how quick we would be able to wash them and stuff like that, and I didn't really want to have to deal with washing them and stuff just because of all the change that we were going through with having a new baby. So I looked into another option and I found these. These are from NatraCare, and they say that they're organic and natural, and they are plastic free, perfume free, and so it kind of lists like the different things that they are free of, and it's made out of certified organic cotton. So this size that I have here is long, and I guess it's for like pretty heavy flow. But they also have like super big ones. Those, however, I think are a little bit more tricky to find in some stores, and so I know that they sell it on Amazon. I think I found it there, but I bought these to use for postpartum, and then my midwife actually gave me a box of like the bigger ones, so those helped out a ton. And I liked having this option also because Like they just have a whole bunch of nice things, like it's vegetarian approved and ethical award and things like that. I think also that they're made mostly out of paper as much as possible, and so this is what they look like. They're kind of thin, but here I'll just show you also if you want to see the size of the long one. They're like this. So they try super hard to have like the least amount of plastic possible, which I really prefer because of the waste. And then I just also really appreciate that it's organic. And so this is another option if you're kind of hesitant about the reusable pads. Or if you're like traveling or something and you're not really able to wash them and stuff like that easily. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys to kind of give you an idea if you haven't heard about it before, or maybe if you've heard about it and you're just not quite sure. There's also something called the Diva Cup. You might want to look into that too. I have not personally used that. That's still something I'm a little bit like about. So for now, I think I will stick to these. But you can look into that too. But yeah, hopefully this video comes in handy. I think it's so important for us to like protect our bodies from as many toxins as we possibly can, especially since it's just all over. Like there's just so many different products that include things that are harmful to our bodies, and so to return to nature as much as possible is really important for us. So I hope that you like this video. Please do remember to subscribe and click the like button. Hopefully you'll see me again soon. Take good care. Bye bye.